Alright.
So, okay, so got a turnout here. First thing what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lay a turnout, and I'm gonna show you how to wire in this little piece of track here. So, first thing we need to do, I've already got the cork laid, and I've only just started a little bit of the cork here because we're actually gonna have a little bit of a grade coming off of this, but we're not concerned about that right now. We just have enough cork laid where we can lay the tangent. So, we're gonna get this approximately where it's gonna go. And then we need to mark and drill the hole for the wire that's going to throw the turnout. Then after that, since we want to be smart about this and use our big brains and make sure that this is exactly where we want it to be, which it is, we're going to mark here for where we want to wire the frog. So on the micro-engineering turnouts, as you have seen here, seen in Mark's videos, you've got the points, you've got the frog. In model railroading, the frogs are generally a problem because that's when your left rail passes over your right rail. In this case, the frog is its own casting that is electrically isolated. It just doesn't touch the other rails. As a part of what the tortoise turnout motor is able to do is we do have this wire here that, through this glorious sound here that many of you will know and love, this is also equipped with 2 single pole, single throw switches. So what I can do is directly wire into this, the main track power, and then have 1 wire going to the frog. So that if the switch is thrown to the straight here, that the frog will be powered for the right rail. If I throw it this way to the diverging, frog will be powered for the left rail. So we're gonna go grab our handy dandy drill here and start screwing around. Now, where did I put the drill? There it is. You know what's really great is when you use this one particular bit all the time and you don't lose it. I hear that's great.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Get our little buddy in there. And I use a 3/32 inch drill for doing drops, but it also makes a good pilot hole for the tortoise. Okay, feel we've gone all the way through there. Now we're going to go back to what I'm going to assume is our little spot. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, we've gone all the way through. And we're going to switch. Now if I was like really cool like Bob Villa or Tim the Toolman, I'd have another drill already waiting.
But you don't.
Well, I do have like 3 drills, but that would have required like setup and forethought.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, so...
Yeah, you really have to run a big drill for that, don't you?
I tend to do oversized, so this is a personal preference for me. According to the tortoise template, you only need like a 1/4 inch hole, but I do 3/8. Just because that gives a little more fluff, and it's hidden underneath the frog, or underneath the points, so... And you will see that we have created a disturbance in the force, which is annoying, but not a big deal. Okay, we've got that there. We've got our hole for the wire. We're going to come back to our handy dandy glue bottle, and we're just going to put a little bit of glue underneath here, folks. It'll smush out all by itself. So, microengineering makes beautiful track, but the rail joiners are a royal pain in the rear.
Yes.
So, we're going to get our CNS gone that's in MOW service here, like you do. And it's going to make me look like I can't re-rail anything. Smart man would just turn on the layout to do this. Okay, our rail joiners here are very low profile, and they do look very good, but they're a royal pain in the rear to put on. Please edit that out.
Keep it in.
Yeah, we're gonna just stick the blade of exact 0 underneath these, and just widen it out a little bit. Then we're gonna put it on here. And we're gonna get the layout to help us get it more on there. So, and our next step here, we've got our turnout, we've got it. We know we need to put glue in between here and here. So, likewise process. Glue in there, a little glue down there. Don't put any glue around the points. Just keep those getting gummed up.
Hey Leighton, I gotta interrupt you.
What?
You're gonna have to derail the Gone in like 15 seconds.
Why?
I've already derailed Peaches.
Oh, wait, hold it. God damn it. Ready? Ready?
Yep. It derailed on straight track.
Hey, this is the CNS, so it is par for the course. And that, kids, is why we need derails.
Mickey, no! You made an allusion earlier to creating more time. Have you made any headway on that?
Me?
Because I could really... No, Mark.
Oh.
Because I could really use some if you figured out the recipe.
I have not.
I mean, I've got some time up in the spice cabinet, but it's not going to be the kind you want.
Limes.
Limes! Limes for all of me!
Mystery citrus. Someone said that our on the Dublin piggyback video, it's way better than the Jeopardy stuff, and the only problem is that we need more citrus to throw at each other.
Yes.
Damn straight.
It's a problem.
How many limes was it that you brought for the...
Just 4?
It was 4? I thought it was 2.
I have 4 too.
And we're going to take advantage of a...
But yeah, we need to like actually go buy limes
Battery!
for the next shoot. And we need
Use heavy things to hold it down.
It's a 20 volt switch.
So, we're just going to lay 1 stick of flex here.
This flex does not seem to flex that much.
Well, that
It
means
kind of holds itself in place.
it means it's good quality flex.
And it's nice. The Atlas crap that I used to use when I made my HSK layout a million years ago just would spring back, and it was very annoying.
Yeah, same with the Pico stuff.
Yeah. So, get more shit out of the way here. So, we're gonna get this pretty close by hand, just by fettling it in here. We right now have something we don't like going on here, but it's something we don't like that we can't avoid, in that we have a joint on a curve. But we're gonna solder that joint, and so it'll be fine. So, I need to go soldering, yeah.
Soldering iron.
Soldering iron.
Colorado School of Mines. Have you ever used a soldering iron before? I have been soldering model railroad tracks since I was 6.
Yeah.
I can figure out how to use the soldering iron.
How many soldering iron? Have you ever used a soldering iron before? I own 5.
My soldering iron is almost as old as I am.
Yeah. Mine says Radio Shack.
Mine does as well. We discussed this.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? We both have the same shitty Radio Shack soldering
Hey,
iron.
Radio Shack pencil iron is still working here. So.
Hey, man. As far as I know, mine still does.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna grab pizza.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Weebald. So,
I'm gonna grab a tinkle. Do you
Okay.
need a beverage?
I would love a beverage. We're just gonna do some happy little shit here. Sorry. So, we've got our curve. Got it about how we want it. We're gonna take these little things called sweeps. We're going to put them in between the rail here, and they're going to hold the track to the gauge that or to the radius that we need. And I have another little one for tangents, but I don't think we're going to need that here. So, that's good there. The next thing we do is very much likened to the cork line. Take this off here. Now, do a little bit of schmoo right down the center of the track.
Canadian Pilsner.
Labatt Blue? Yeah, my future father-in-law's from Buffalo, New York, so.
What riveting content have I missed?
Honestly, I think at best hope this could be like some really nerdy ASMR. I don't know, it's more intellectually engaging than cutting soap, I guess. So, put the schmoo down. We're gonna put this guy back on there. Okay, we're on there now. We're gonna stick a couple pins in it. Gonna stick a pin in it, man. So, did you ever use these? They're sweeps. So, what they are, it's a little just laser cut insert that goes.
Oh, that's freaking nifty.
Yeah. So these are really good when you're doing shit on curves and you want the glue to dry. Like, let's say I was going to put in the next section of track here. Yeah, and then while that's still in there, you solder it in.
That's like a little template.
Yeah.
That's genius.
I only have 2 of them for 24-inch radius. I need to get some, well, I would say I need to get some more, but I'm almost done with needing them, so.
Yeah, it's one of those things. And then you just put some more pins in it.
More pins! So we've got a little bit of tangent here, and then it goes into this curve. There is a slight spiral to the curve, but that's mostly out of negligence.
Okay.
So
This is just mostly circular curve. Brett did ask, did you design with spirals in there?
did you see my Hawaiian friendship signal that I was given for that?
Yes.
Yes, that should tell you.
No, I did not.
No, they're all just circular freaking curves. This is a model railroad, not a highway on-ramp. First off, spiral curves, in roadway terms, are Satan. We hate them.
They're very important in railroad. Actually.
They are. Lateral is a thing. Looks like a pretty decent curve here. We're gonna grab a couple more batteries because they're heavy.
Chunk battery.
Need a 9 amp hour 12-volt battery.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that. I think I've got a 3 amp hour is the biggest one I've got.
Yeah. Great for chainsaw. So next on our little fun circus, I'm gonna show you how to wire drops into here. So yeah, we're gonna swap out to our much smaller drill bit. Now, my philosophy is that rail joiners are there for mechanical alignment, not electrical transference.
That seems to be wise.
Yeah, because once you start ballasting, they'll get glue and shit will get in there, and it just turns into a royal pain in the rear. So just ignore them, or just use them for just mechanical alignment. So generally, I say every new piece of rail should have a drop to it. And if it's like a 2-inch piece, just solder the joints and call it a day. I don't like soldering all the joints unless they're on curves because temperature changes.
Yeah.
And shit will break. So we're just gonna pick a little spot here. Be very careful with it. Make sure to not do what I just did. Okay, so we got that there. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of our wire. So we're gonna cut off, the bus is right there. So we're gonna cut off about this much wire. These are handy dandy rail cutters. They're good for that. And we're gonna connect them to the bus using these little tap splices, also called suitcase connectors. But first, what we need to do is we need to strip the ends that are gonna touch the rail, and we're gonna tin it.
Wait, who's stripping?
Hey man, If that's a conductor's only edit, then so be it. Nobody wants to see this strip. People will pay me not to strip. Hey, it's a great monetization idea.
Join the ES&D Train Crew or watch him strip.
So, got my soldering iron hot here. And when you're soldering, especially like when you're trying to tin the wire, what you want to do is you want to heat the wire up using the iron and then just tap it with solder so that the solder will flow. Now this is a rosin core solder. So rosin is flux. So what flux/rosin does is it takes care of your surface oxidation and provides a better electrical connection.
Huh. You know that? Nope. Oh. Well, I mean, I knew flux like helped the solder flow, but I didn't know that piece.
Yeah, it takes care of surface oxidation.
Huh.
So yeah, we're just gonna do a little tap on here. Heat it up, little tap. And the really nice thing about using braided wire is that you can actually see it flow, which, I don't know, maybe at some point we'll have solder cam.
Soldering cam!
And you may wonder, how do you remember which rail is red and which rail is black? Well, some of us here are theater nerds and we have it written, red, the blood of angry wire, black, the ground.
Very good.
Exactly. So we're gonna start out with our red one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put, should I move this closer?
Yep.
Let me put all these pins here, so it's hard to move anything.
The pan!
We're just gonna use a little
There you
can of
go.
lettering there.
Smart, man.
Hey, that's what I learned in grad school. So we've got our tin wire here, and I stripped off a little bit more than I needed so that the wiring, the insulation will be below the rail, so you won't see it. Some people get super like, oh, you must solder to the bottom of the rail. And I think it looks great when you do that. I just think it's a lot more work than I want to do.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
It is a little pain in the ass. And yeah, so that's why we don't do that. So we're gonna come back over here.
I can be a cameraman.
Can we get solder cam? Is this adequate? Like,
Probably be, yeah.
oh, we've got solder cam.
We got cams on cams.
Yeah, we heard you asked for more inane bullshit content, and we are here to deliver. So, first thing we're gonna realize is that maybe the hole didn't go all the way through.
Pizza!
So we're gonna come back here and we're just gonna drill this a little more. Nope, it did go all the way through. We're just done.
Ding dong.
I would advise you speak with management first concerning the pizza. Okay, so we need to kind of twist that a little bit to get it in there. But now it's in there. So
He has successfully pushed rope.
I have successfully pushed rope, yes.
Well, it's wire, but yeah.
Well, yeah, hey, wire is also rope. Wire can be rope. So this is where we need to go underneath here. Okay, we've got that on there. The smart thing is to bend the wire such that when it's just like hanging out in position, it puts tension against the rail. So we're gonna do that. And that's a little too much.
Knots.
Fresh knots!
Fresh knots.
Okay, so that's like there.
I was so sad. I was so sad.
So we're gonna come back here with our solder, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna touch.
Certifiable tragedy.
Yeah. I'm gonna touch the top of the rail. Let this heat up. So what we do is the solder to actually like flow from the wire to the web of the rail.
Knots.
Knots.
Oh, they're not knots. They're bites.
They're Parmesan bites. Yep. So now that's on there, and now we have a very scientific way of making sure that it's a good solder joint. Tug on it. If it doesn't move, it's good.
More camera. More.
There. For the purposes of this, so you don't have to see me like reach under the layout, I'm going to show you how the tap splice actually works.
Camera's no longer dead.
Camera's no longer dead. We're going to talk about how the tap splice works. So, our tap splice is also called a suitcase connector. You can tell that because of the way that it is. We're all deeply broken inside. So, we have our main wire that we're connecting to, and and the wire we want to connect in. What we're going to do is we're going to take the channel locks that we left down over here, because we're smart.
The most wonderful day in anybody's life. The day he gets Lionel trains.
I like Lionel train. I'm bidding.
So we're going to take the pliers here, and this little metal gazetus is going to cut through the insulation and make a firm connection. Now we've got a good electrical connection, and yeah, no soldering, no cutting, no nothing. And now pizza break.
Pizza cab.
Just kidding.
I like how the pump makes the stupid little as it like sneezes the crap out of the filter.
Ooh, class lamps are bright.
Yeah.
Train cab.
Do we want to get point turnout cam?
Sure, why not?
It works.
Pull the lever, Crank!
Right lever.
Oh yeah.
Now you need to B-roll the actual lever.
Now do it again! Me gusta. It's one of my favorite whistles. It's 97's weird flat top, whatever it is. You broke it.
Bastard. Track's dirty.
Your track's dirty, Art.
Doesn't have much of a keep alive in it.
No. No. I'm gonna send it back to Dennis.
Happier on the main.
Sit there where the lead trucks come off again.
You're on the ground! Yeah. And then the hand of God came down from on high.
And smote them.
And said hello. Hello, Jenny.
That was a beautiful model.
It is. I wish it ran as well as it looked.
And we've got sheep!
Are you my daddy?
No.
So, lead truck on.
Yep.
Can run to the end of track. Really what this thing needs is to be just running.
Well, you'll have a circle of tracks soon enough.
Yeah.
As we pass by the 50,000 gallon bottle of Coors. Did you do that or did it do that?
I think it did that.
Reverse! Reverse!
Reverse, reverse.
What are you shaking?
Paint.
Oh. You gonna paint it green?
Yeah.
Die, kid?
I'm gonna put a green dot under my cars so we know they're my cars.
Oh.
Just because I'd rather they stay on the layout than boxing them back out.
That's very fair.
There's enough track down. They can go live in a corner somewhere.
Do I want to chuck the $2,000 model into the ground? Maybe.
Well, you know. You wouldn't have this problem if it was SN3.
This post brought to you by the Jimmy Booth Gang.
Is anyone protecting the shove?
I hate to tell you this, but even the engineer is just like a little plastic figure, and now it's just getting caught up on that.
Don't beat yourself up like that.
Peaches is kind of going to be a yard queen.
Well, call out your girl. She'll pull the train.
Bring the bee!
Give it beans. Ready?
Okay.
It's the fastest 260 it's ever gone. What's with the giant jug on the front?
The brake cylinder. So that was for the flanger.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
We have the technology. We're actually going to do switching.
The hand of God came down and moved the train back into place.
Put the tank car back. Let it be. When I find myself in times of trouble.
Jack Campbell comes to me.
Jack Campbell. Ugh. Ah, Jack!
Whispered words of wisdom.
Hey, man.
I think this is just gonna go over here. I don't know what this is. Probably important.
How's the track?
Dirty wheels, brand new setup.
Yep.
I'm supposed to be going the other way.
Yeah. I didn't give you the. Yeah. I'll reverse. Don't let your friends sit in boxes for 6 years.
Right.
Also brand new and dirty track. It's running smooth.
When it's running, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to dope the rods on this thing.
It's 268. One car. Half car.
I don't have any goog on here, but we need to clean wheels on that thing.
Yeah.
The joys of model railroading.
Open it up.
JPEG. Go! Go, train, go!
I'm not being filled with rage. What are you talking about?
You just have to wheel slip past the bad contacts.
Only took it to Tomahawk.
This is very good.
This is the content they crave.
I hope so. Come hither.
Hey, if they don't like it, we still did probably what we already might have been doing, so.
It's true.
By the way, those turnouts aren't set up yet, so.
Gotcha. Will it do a train thing?
Cool!
We've seen some things. We learned some things with Leighton. We moved a train.
We engaged in jackassery.
We engaged in Jack.
We even switched.
We did switch.
Not very well, but we did.
We did.
And Someday, Leighton will pull many push pins out. And by someday, probably tomorrow. Hopefully this was interesting and informative.
And if not, we're 3/4 of one idiot, and you're the one that wasted your time watching us.
True fact. Bye.
Bye.
I hope you find your dad.